Hello everyone, welcome back to Fahrenheit. Okay, so like I mentioned at the end of the last episode, I'm pretty sure this section is going to be really tedious, but I can't remember exactly what I need to do, so if it gets tedious I'm going to cut it out, so don't worry. I won't make you sit through it if it's horrible. But for now, let's just figure out what I need to do. Okay, so I'm playing as I'm playing as young Lucas. I'm playing as young Lucas. I'm dreaming, apparently. Alright, let's wake up my friend.
Wake up, Marcus, it's time.
Oh, that's Marcus.
Hurry up, we don't have much time.
Are you sure you want to go, Lucas? It could be dangerous.
We have to go in there ready for anything, Marcus, right? Maybe there'll be an alien spaceship inside, or the tomb of an ancient king, and all of his treasure.
Or a giant frozen dinosaur? And what if it's a secret weapon to take over the world?
Come on, let's hurry. The hangar's gonna be well guarded. We better get going if we don't want Mom and Dad to catch us.
Okay, so I need to get inside of the hangar. And what will follow will be an extremely obnoxious sort of stealth mission. I mean, it basically is a stealth mission, you'll see. I'll show it to you a bit and then probably cut it out, depending on how it goes. Is there anything I can look at around the room? Nope. Okay. Another one of these idiotic sections where basically you have to avoid these stupid spotlights that appear to be driven by machines rather than any sort of humans. Alright, so this is going to be obnoxious. It's just a waste of time. It's ridiculously gamey and absurd, so I'm just going to cut here, and when I come back, I'll be at the hangar.
A soldier, quick, let's hide!
Good job hiding, Marcus. Wonderful job, Marcus. Thankfully, your companion does not screw you over in the stealth section. Thank God for that. Wow. Let's hide, Marcus. And then he spazzes out, running back and forth right in front of the soldier. That is thankfully apparently completely blind. Okay, let's go. Okay, here we are. That is a really awesome looking door. I have to say, I'm not a big fan of the screen distortion effects, like the old-timey footage and grain and all of that on the screen. I often like post-process effects all over the screen and stuff like that, that obscure vision sometimes, but the game already, the viewing space for the game, I mean, already it's not widescreen, and then some of the viewing space is taken up by the bars at the top and bottom. They give you room for those little actions that you do with your mouse, and then on top of that you add in this incredibly cumbersome grain that takes up like half of the screen also, and it ends up with me barely being able to see. I can barely see anything, it's just so fucking dark and grainy. Ermagerd!
He is dead, my lords.
Good. Very good. Now you must find the Indigo child as soon as possible.
There isn't much time. The visions are becoming clearer and clearer. I've nearly got a position localized.
Move quickly. Time is short.
The child must not escape us.
The prophecy must be fulfilled. You may leave us.
When I got the call, I didn't hesitate for 1 second. I came without telling anybody, not even Tyler. All I knew is that I was supposed to go to the grave of somebody who'd just been buried that morning. Tiffany Harper, Lucas Kane's ex-girlfriend.
Well, at least there's no floating card there. Alright, so Tiffany's dead. Well, what the hell happened to Lucas? Because he fell at the same spot. Alright, this is Lucas's parents.
She was a good person. She didn't have anything to do with all of this.
Oh, hi, Lucas.
You didn't come here to arrest me. You know that I'm not the one responsible for all of those murders.
Oh yeah? And what makes you say that?
I hear your thoughts. I know that this case has disturbed you enough to make you listen to what I have to say.
That's weird. No steam comes out of his mouth when he talks, like his breath was already cold. Well then, who is the real killer?
I don't know his name. I don't even know if there's anyone alive who does. All that I do know is that he's a Mayan oracle who has the power to erase all memory of his existence from anyone who sees him.
Why?
Why does he want to kill all of these people?
He's using the ritual to find a little girl, the Indigo Child.
Okay, why does he want to find her?
Why does he want this little girl?
I'm not sure. All I know is that the child is very special, and that the fate of humanity depends on her.
Oh, okay.
The Oracle isn't acting alone, is he?
He belongs to a secret clan who have united the most powerful beings on Earth. Their power has no limit, and they'll do anything to get the Indigo Child.
You mean the Orange Clan?
You already know about them?
I went to see one of the murderers in an asylum. He talked about the Orange Clan. Oh, this is just unbelievable. But his story is consistent. It seems to fit with what I already know.
Roots? What does that even mean?
How did you learn all of this?
I just know, that's all. The question isn't whether what I'm saying is true or not. The question is, are you going to help me?
Me?
Why are you telling me all of this?
Because you're the only person who knows that what I'm saying is true.
And even if you're right, what can we do about it? Nobody's gonna believe all this. And if the Oracle really has all these powers, what can we do to stop him?
Find the Indigo Child before he does, and hide her someplace safe.
Do you know where she is?
Not yet, but I'll find her. I see through the eyes of the Oracle during his visions. If he sees her, I'll see her.
This is just insane. I cannot believe I'm actually sitting here talking about saving the world with a fugitive wanted by every police department in the country.
Wait a minute, I'm sorry. I can't believe I'm sitting here. You're standing, Carla. You're not sitting, for fuck's sake. Okay. If the absurdity of this story in this game was a 9 out of 10 before, this is where the game goes to 11 out of 10. Oh my god, it's about to get really bad. It already has gotten pretty bad. We need to save the Indigo Child, because the fate of humanity rests on her shoulders, 'cause stuff. We need to save her against beings that he just said have unlimited power, which if they have unlimited power, then by definition we cannot possibly stop them from doing anything because they are all powerful. And also, Kane seems to be a zombie now, and he's super white and doesn't even breathe. Or if he does breathe, it's already cold. Or something. Yeah. The game goes off the rails. Like, I mean, it starts to go off the rails like halfway through the game. Maybe even less than that. But it gets completely off the rails. and has a massive collision into a... It explodes. Before, I said that the game's story was like imagine a line on a graph going from the top left all the way to the bottom right. You know, if it starts out at the top left, that's at the highest quality in that point in the story, and then towards the end of the game, it just goes down and down and down. That's actually not true. It's actually not a line. It actually falls off more sharply towards the later you get in the game. It exponentially increases its horribleness as you get closer to the end. Let's continue.
You're free to choose which side you're on. You can arrest me, or you can trust me and help me save the child. But you must decide quickly. I haven't got much time.
What am I supposed to do? If he's lying, I'm aiding a murderer and I'll go to prison. But if he's telling the truth, I have to help him. So, either you're crazy or you're some kind of hero.
Neither one nor the other. I was just in the wrong place at the wrong time.
His hand. It's as cold as ice.
Okay. I can go to the unknown place. Or the police station. Let's go with Carla.
Almost the entire country is now without water and electricity services. The army has been mobilized to help provide shelter and basic necessities, but the cold and snow have hampered ground movement, and storms have shut down every airport in the country. Scientists are still unable to fully explain the reason behind the cold wave which has now gripped the entire planet. Temperatures continue to fall everywhere in the world as authorities ponder.
Well, our job is done. Now it's up to the army to do what they can to help the population. Carla, you should get some sleep. You haven't closed your eyes in 2 days.
I have to get warm to do that. I'm solid ice from head to toe.
Yeah. Hey, look, can I get real with you here for a sec, Carla?
I think it's probably now or never.
I get the feeling you're hiding something from me on this Kane thing. Am I right?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, you're right. I found him, but I think he's innocent. I didn't say anything because I didn't want to get you involved, Tyler. You mad at me?
Nah, of course not. Plus, with everything that's going on now, I guess it doesn't really matter. Anyway, as long as you do what you think is right, you can't go too wrong.
So, yes, the entire world is going to freeze to death the day after tomorrow. That apparently happened somewhere in the intervening couple days. I mean, the temperatures were dropping down to absurdly low temperatures, but there was absolutely nothing in the news or anything that we read about or heard about to suggest that it was happening to the entire world, or that it was a global crisis, or crises. But, yeah, now the entire world is under threat of freezing to death. 'Cause stuff. Seriously, the story in this game is just nonsensical. It seriously seems like they just had to cut out, or they never had time to even write to begin with. Like, half of the game towards the end, there's so much that's missing. Like, suddenly, the entire world is freezing. Shouldn't there have been some, some lead up to that? But nope.
Sam, what are you doing here, babe?
There's a train leaving in 1 hour for Florida. It'll probably be the last one for a long time. I'll be on it, Tyler. With or without you. If you really love me, quit the police and come with me. When this cold stops, we'll get on with our lives. Our new, normal lives. It's time to make a choice, Tyler.
Oh, that one's easy. I'm going with her.
Oh, I love you too damn much, Sam. I wouldn't let you go for anything in the world.
Tyler, I was so afraid of losing you.
I'll be with you in a minute.
Yeah, I don't even really need to deliberate on that one. Stay with the police, or go with the woman of my dreams. Yeah. Pretty easy.
Carla,
As long as you do what you think is right, you can't go too wrong.
Ah, that's what I just said to you 10 seconds
Good luck
ago.
in Florida, Tyler.
Okay, bye. Get ready for what? I don't know. The Indigo Child. The fate of humanity rests on your shoulders. 'Cause stuff. St. Thomas Orphanage. Right, so I'm seeing through the Oracle's eyes, I think. Hold on. I'm sorry. What did you think you missed something? Are you feeling like you missed something? You're wondering why Carla and Kane are now together, even though they just like basically met about 2 minutes ago? You're crazy. No, you didn't miss anything. It totally makes sense. I mean, it's not like there's tons of scenes in between that should have been there, but for some reason just weren't. Yeah, come on. Be reasonable, Jesus. Why wouldn't they get together even though they don't know anything about each other? And they just met like 2 minutes ago? Fuck character development, what's that?
Here we are. Are you sure you know what you're doing?
The Oracle's seen the child, just like I did. He'll be here to find her any minute now. I've got to get to her before he does. Wait for me here. I won't be long.
Hold on just a second, I'll be right back. Alright, I am back. Let's get out of the car and let's go save the world by saving the child that is responsible for the savior of the world, or something. You know, I can't help but notice that this car does not have chains. How could you drive without chains in weather like this? I don't understand. God, look at how cold it is. Look at that. It's a mountain of snow going up on the building. Some people have their windows completely covered in snow. God, there's gotta be so many people dying. I'm surprised there's still power. That's gotta be a key priority, though. If you don't keep the infrastructure up, the power up in a time like this, then that is going to result in tons of deaths. That'd be hard, though. There'd be so many power lines you'd have to repair. God.
There's no time to lose. I've got to find that girl before the Oracle does.
See, I was just enjoying my time looking at the snow, and then suddenly the dramatic music starts up. It's like, everything's fine, dun 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 dun, go fast! You know what? No, game? This is bullshit. There's no timer. See, the game makes it seem like there's a timer, there's intense music playing, but nope, it doesn't matter. You can do whatever the hell you want, not gonna make a difference. Because if there actually was a timer, it'd be showing up in the top of the screen, like it always does. There's no need to rush. Just take your time. Whee! Look at the snow, look at the trees. Nope. It's cold out here. Silence screams inside my head. The sound of trees fills my ears with memories. For some reason that came to mind. I guess because of the phrase, it's cold out here. And it is very cold out here. Looking, anyway. Should I go? The intense music says go. Nope, I'm not... Okay, fine, I'll go. Let's go.
Sir? Sir! You can't go in there!
Got to do this quickly. The Oracle will be here any second.
Alright, which one's she in? I'm gonna go with... this one. What do you know? It's the one all the way down the hall. And here comes the Oracle. Okay, let's go.
I've seen you in my dreams. You have to come with me. We have to leave here right now. She seems out of it, like she's not here at all.
Okay, great, let's go.
So, I see you're still alive. I don't know how you've managed it, but that's of no importance now. Give me the child, and I will grant you a rapid death.
Wait a minute. He killed me, or tried to kill me, right next to Tiffany, right? He collapsed that platform that we were both on and we fell into the rubble. And he was there to do it. And he just said, I don't know how you're still alive. Are you telling me that he didn't check to see whether I was dead? He was there, and he appears to have the ability to fucking teleport. And he didn't check my body to see if I was dead? Why didn't he go up to my body and, like, break it into a million bits to guarantee that I'm dead? Whatever.
If you take her to the ones you serve, they'll use her to make slaves out of the entire human race.
That's no concern of yours. You'll be dead before that comes to pass. Give me the child. I don't have time to play with you.
Aw, but I like it when you play with me. Ridiculous fight scene incoming. Are you ready? This is one of the most ridiculous. Maybe not quite the most ridiculous, but it's close.
You mustn't move, understand? I'll be back soon to get you. I hope.
And here we go. This one's actually going to be quite hard. I've lost this before. Yes, this is actually happening. You are watching floating people punch in the air. Those are like the worst punching sound effects ever. It's like boom, 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 boom. It sounds like somebody punching a pillow. Here we go. Oh yes. Slow motion. Running up a thing. Backwards flips up a thing, fighting upside down. So many things are happening now. Horrible animations in this section too. There's that punching a pillow sound effect. There it is again. Seriously, how did they record that sound? It sounds so stupid. Come on, you can't overpower me, Oracle. Yep, I am actually punching bricks. See, he can teleport. Come on, you can do better than that, Oracle. There's that punching a pillow sound effect. It sounds so bad. Oh, I fucked that up. Failed? What? How the fuck did I fail that? You're kidding me, right? I'm not dead, am I? Yeah, this one's actually really hard. Like, if you fail it at all, you get really close to death just by failing it once. Okay, there we go. Oh, but wait, you probably think the fight scene's over, right? Nope! Just you wait and see. And we are about to... We're about to run on the side of a building. Watch this. Here we go. Yep. This is actually happening. This is actually happening. Helicopters would not fly that close together because they would explode. Look at that. Look, they're like fucking 10 feet away. They would never fly that close together. That's way too dangerous. Look at that. Look at how close they are. No, absolutely not. You probably think this is over, right? Nope. It gets even more ridiculous in this very scene. Remember the Orange Clan?
You found the child.
Agatha.
Humanity's fate for the next 10,000 years depends on the fate of that child. A new golden age, peace and security, or the reign of ice, of terror and death. We were right to have chosen you.
Ooh, the Reign of Ice. Actually, that sounds pretty cool. I think I'd prefer that. It sounds like a nice band name, actually. Reign of Ice. We are the Reign of Ice. Tell me about yourself.
You're not really Agatha, are you?
No, you're right. Poor Agatha died in her apartment. We've simply borrowed her physical appearance to allow us to communicate with you.
This child, why is she so important?
At the dawn of time, a prophet announced that one day a child would be born, one whose soul was absolutely pure. She would come and reveal a secret, the answer to all questions. He who possessed this answer would gain unlimited power.
What happened at the amusement park? I don't remember anything after the roller coaster collapsed.
You didn't survive the fall. We found your body and we resuscitated you. The truth is that you are dead, Lucas.
Oh shit, well.
You brought me back?
We have certain expertise that may surprise you. Bringing you back to life was nothing exceptional for us. It was vital that you bring us the Indigo child, and you succeeded.
I failed it.
Put her in a safe place. You've accomplished your mission well.
No, fuck you.
No, I don't trust you. Jade stays with me.
You're committing a fatal error, Lucas. I'm going to have to eliminate you.
The stupidity of this game just went to 12. Yes.
Oh, I forgot one small detail. When we brought you back to life, we added a module within your cortex. It's impossible to kill you, as you are already dead. I can, however, annihilate you. A simple touch from me, and you will be erased forever. There's no use trying to resist. I have control of you now.
We'll see about that. Get ready. Yes, this game just did this. I just ran on a wall sideways and had a slow motion fight with the Oracle and punched bricks. And now this just happened.
Get up, Lucas! Hurry!
Quickly! Over here!
And now this just happened. And now that just happened. They're shooting an energy thing with bullets. Something tells me that's not going to be effective. I'm sorry. Did I just hear a machine gun firing sound from that rifle that had a silencer? Did I just hear an unsilenced rifle firing noise from a gun with a silencer? Did I just hear that? I'm pretty sure I did. And if I did just hear that, let me replay that section in post. I'm assuming what you just saw was the unsilenced rifle firing sound from a silenced weapon. Underground secret base. What, do you feel like you're missing? Do you feel like you're missing something? Do you feel like there should have been some scenes in between? No, you're crazy. Why, like, develop the story or anything like that? Just have random shit happen. Is Carl actually behind me? Where? Okay, she's there. Oh look, there's a floating guard. Hold on, folks, let me grab the floating guard. Okay, I feel better. Like, these don't tell me what I'm going to say. How? Man? Man what? What the f—
Do you know who that man is?
I have no idea. He just told me we had to follow him.
Great. These don't help. How? How what?
Where are we?
In an abandoned subway station, I guess. So, what do we do now?
Looks like we don't have much choice. Let's follow him.
Right, so, yeah, Carl, I've known you for about 2 minutes, and I think we just, like, adopted a child, so let's live happily ever after and raise her as our own, okay? Alright, sounds good. Marky!
Lucas, you're safe and sound.
Marcus! How did you end up here?
They came looking for me. They explained everything, Lucas. I know now that you weren't crazy. I hope that you can forgive me for doubting you. I couldn't possibly have known that you were really...
What are you talking about?
Our host will explain everything.
Oh, look, it's the suspicious homeless person.
Welcome to the camp of the Invisibles, Lucas. Come and take a seat by the fire.
Tell me about the Invisibles. How come I can see you?
You call yourself the Invisibles?
Many of us are homeless. Though we're scattered throughout every city, no one ever notices us. This allows us to see without being seen, and pursue our mission without attracting attention.
Tell me about everything. Chroma? Who the hell knows?
What do you know about the chroma?
It's a natural energy force, like gravity or magnetism, but it is infinitely more powerful. This force is in you, Lucas, and you've only discovered the smallest part of it.
Okay, that explains nothing. Indigo Child?
What do you know about the Indigo Child?
She's a perfectly pure child, whose soul has never been incarnated. Her coming has been awaited since the dawn of time.
Okay, cool. Tell me about the Orange Clan.
Who is really behind the Orange Clan?
Nobody knows for sure. It's said that there are five to control the world. Administration, police, army, finance, the media. They control everything. Over the centuries, the Orange Clan has built an empire that runs the entire world.
Oh, so the Orange Clan is run by Rupert Murdoch. I get it now.
Why do the Orange Clan want the Indigo Child if they already control everything?
Because they want even more power. The secret of the Indigo Child would allow them to become gods.
I'm sorry, they want more power. I thought Lucas said that they had unlimited power. Why? How can you have more than unlimited power? Prophecy.
What is the message of the prophecy?
It announces the birth of the Indigo Child. The child will have the answer to all questions, and the one who hears her message will have access to infinite power. But if the child has not been heard before the final countdown, humanity will cease to exist.
So, what do we do now?
We must bring the Indigo Child to a source of the chroma. That's where she'll deliver her message and complete the prophecy.
Where do we find this chroma source?
There are only 3 known to exist on the planet. The closest can be found on an old military base called Wichita.
Wichita? That's where I was born. My parents were scientists. They were working for the government.
And that explains many things. In the 50s, an artifact was discovered that was not of human origin. It turned out to be a chroma source. We must bring the Indigo Child there as quickly as possible, before she wastes away and dies without having delivered her message.
When do we leave?
In 2 hours. The time it'll take to finish preparations on your vehicle and to find you enough gasoline. It seems likely that the Orange and Purple clans will be waiting for you at Wichita. They will stop at nothing to prevent you from uniting the child with the artifact. We will take care of the child and give her a bit of chroma to help her hang on. There are some mattresses in the wagon back there. I suggest you get some rest before you have to leave. You have a long journey ahead of you. Tomorrow may well be the last day of the human race.
No, that sounds serious. Hold on, I'm putting on my jacket. It's cold. There we go.
I'm dead tired, Carla. I'm gonna take Bogart's advice.
You're not just dead tired, you're just plain dead, Lucas.
Get some sleep.
I don't think I can sleep right now. I'm gonna wander around a bit and join you later.
Let me ask, if you're dead, why do you even need to sleep? What's the worst that could happen if you don't sleep? You die? You can't. You're already dead. At this point, the only thing I can say about this game is... just... Hold on, there's a thing with a radio and some batteries. I need to find some batteries. It'll make sense. Later, trust me. What? Apparently I picked up some lives, okay. Anyway, I need batteries for a radio that you will find over here in the corner. I think. Or maybe I need an antenna, I can't remember. Or maybe I need both. Let's try it.
An old radio. If I could get it to work, maybe I could get some news from up top. Seems to be in pretty good shape. Just need some batteries and an antenna.
Oh, okay, it needs both. Hello, child.
How's she doing?
She's finally asleep. She doesn't have much strength left. I did what I could, but she needs a chromosource real bad.
I'm 99% sure that guy is voiced by the person who did that cop at the beginning diner, the one that took the waitress home. Yeah, that was him. Oh, there's something... Where?
An iron rod. This'll work as an antenna for the radio.
Oh, okay. Now, what about the batteries? Maybe I need to go back to the flashlight, and now that I know I need batteries for the radio, I can take the batteries out. Hold on, let me see if I can talk to Marcus. Marky! No, I can't. Let's warm our hands by the fire. If I can't, can I? Here we go. You can only do it from this side, apparently. For the heat is directional. Alright, yeah, it's gotta be the flashlight. Yep.
Flashlights. I'm gonna steal the batteries out of one for the radio. There we go. Should work now.
Great. I'm sure whatever I'm going to hear is going to cheer me up, right? The entire world is going to die tomorrow at 7 p.m.
The country are completely without power this morning. Residents are chopping up wood wherever they can find it in an effort to keep warm. In a few days, the planet will revert to the Stone Age. Only a few cities can still count on...
The government has declared a Level 1 state of emergency. The Army has been deployed throughout the nation to discourage looting and protect those unable to remain in their homes due to the cold. Several 100,000 men have been attached to emergency...
Hold on, I'm pretty sure the person talking right now on the news, just like on the TV, is once again whoever voice acted Lucas Kane. Listen and see if you can hear it. I'm pretty sure it is.
Services in order to...
Ah, damn it, it went away.
All the oceans of the globe are now almost entirely frozen over. The Atlantic Ocean is closing up, and there are only a few hundred miles in the middle of the Pacific which haven't been covered over by the ice flow. If the temperature continues to fall, it seems likely that...
And I'm telling you the truth. This cold wave is a divine punishment for all of humanity's sins. God is sick and tired of our faithless, evil ways, and he's gonna cleanse the planet of the unworthy and declare the dawn of a new era, just like he did with Noah's flood. Don't be afraid, my brothers, because God's will is all-powerful. The just need not fear his wrath, because...
The apocalypse. The future of the world is going to be decided tomorrow at Wishida.
The future of the world resides in the hands of a few QTEs. I am going to button press my way to victory. Alright, time to go to sleep. For like 2 hours. Gonna take a power nap. Well, actually, as you'll see, I'm not going to be sleeping.
Still not asleep?
No, I can't seem to relax.
It's hard to believe that it's all going to end tomorrow, isn't it? The fields, the forests, the cities, everything will disappear under the ice. And what's going to happen to us? It'll be like we never existed, like nothing important ever happened. Are you afraid to die?
Not anymore.
If we're both going to die tomorrow, I want you to know something. I'm sorry that we didn't meet under better circumstances. Maybe if things had turned out differently. You're frozen. Your lips are like ice. I love you, Lucas.
Gotta say, having sex with someone who is as cold as ice would be extraordinarily unpleasant. Just imagine it for a second. Yeah. No. No. Sounds like my parents are arguing. What are you fighting about, Mom and Dad? Are you complaining about my terrible voice acting? None of these camera angles I like. Here we go, this one's okay. What are they saying?
He knew the hangar was going to burn, John. I'm sure of it. But he wasn't the one who started the fire.
Look, Mary, that's just not possible, and you know it. Nobody can see things before they happen.
That artifact emitted a kind of radiation that we still don't understand. Maybe it changed something in Lucas.
That's nonsense. We analyzed everybody who ever came near that thing, and they all checked out fine.
Wait a minute, wait a minute. My dad is voice acted by the same person who voice acted the homeless dude with the glasses that took the Indigo child, what is her name, Jade or whatever? Who was also the same person who voice acted the cop in the diner at the beginning of the game. How many people does this person play?
Don't you see? If it was the artifact, then we'd all be radiated and we'd all
There's
have
a difference,
powers.
John. I was pregnant with Lucas when I went for the first time. Lucas was radiated by the artifact when he was still in the womb.
This is just ridiculous, Mary. I've heard enough. I'm going to take a walk while you calm down.
Lucas? What are you doing there? Lucas? Lucas?
So yeah, basically I was infected or whatever with the chroma, which is why I'm special.
There's the hangar. The base seems abandoned. Looks like we got here before the Oracle and the Purple Clan.
They're not far away. I sense their presence.
Jade's lost consciousness. She's at the end of her rope. We don't have much time. Are you sure that you don't want me to come with you?
I don't know what's going to happen, Carla. I don't want to risk your life for no reason.
Be careful. I need you.
If I'm not back in 15 minutes, go back where we came from. Bogart will protect you.
Alright, let's get into this place. We need to face the freezing cold winds. You can do it, Lucas. I believe in you. You can run on the side of buildings and do slow motion upside down flips and stuff. I'm pretty sure you can walk through some wind. Just saying. In fact, you shouldn't even have to struggle to do this. Hold on, I'm going to two hands. Okay. And what is probably the most ridiculous fight in the entire game is incoming in this scene. What, you don't think the game can get more ridiculous? Oh, yes it can.
For 2,000 years I've been awaiting this moment. The moment when the mystery is revealed to me, the answer to all questions. And it's you who brought me the Indigo Child. What an ironic destiny.
The Orange Clan will make slaves of all humanity if they have the secret.
What difference does that make? We already control the world, Lucas. The child will give us ultimate power. We will be the equal of the gods.
I'll never give you the child.
Your tiny role is finished. You can now disappear from the game. We thank you for all that you have done for us.
And here we go. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Oh shit, I think I just totally fucked that up. No, I didn't. Whew. Okay, whew. Come on, come on. Almost. Here we go. And I think we are there. I'm assuming I'm going to shoot a psychic mind blast at him. Yes. Okay, that's it. Everything's fine. Oh, no, it's not. I'm good.
You are even more obstinate than we had thought, human. But the game is over.
Unfortunately, it's not.
You have lost. Your inferior species will disappear, like the dinosaurs before you. We, the artificial intelligences, will be the new dominant race on this planet. Thanks to the secret of the child, we will know all. We will be more powerful than gods.
Cool story, dude. Alright, it's getting harder and harder to resist. Harder and harder. This last one's probably going to be really hard. Oh, no, it's one of these. Is that seriously it? It's raining yellow bits. I guess that's it. Okay. I genuinely cannot remember if that's the end of the scene. Alright. Let's go do the prophecy thing. So apparently by her whispering the answers to everything, I will have unlimited power or something. Who knows? Actually, hold on. I will be right back in just a second. Alright, let's continue.
The cold went away just like it had come, in silence, as if the Indigo child had turned the hourglass by delivering her message. Everything was just as it was before. I guess that means the lesser evil. The Oracle and the Orange Clan went back to their places of power in the secret government of the world, and the Purple Clan went back to haunting us on the net. I should be happy, I guess. I've been living with Carla for 3 months. She's the best thing that's happened to me in a long time. Yesterday, she told me that she's pregnant. Must have been that night in Bogart's underground base. That means that our child was radiated by the chrome at Wishida, just like I was in my mother's womb. I don't know what's going to happen now. I'm the one and only keeper of the greatest secret in the universe. What should I do with all that power? Forget it? Put it in the service of humanity? I've never dreamt about being a god. I just want to live my life like anybody else with my wife and my child. I'm afraid that destiny might have another path in mind for me.
What are you thinking about, Lucas?
Oh, nothing. Nothing at all.
The end. Yep. And the music in the end credits is totally copyrighted. I guess I don't have to cut it. I don't know. I might just completely mute it. But anyway. Okay. Where to begin with this game? Like I said when I started, I knew what I was getting into. I've played this game multiple times before, at least a couple times. Probably a lot more than that, actually. I love it. But it's totally broken to an extreme, ridiculous degree. It is a seriously rough game. Frankly, it's not a good game at all. It's not really good at much of anything. What are the problems? Well, let's see. The on-screen Simon Says like QTE color system thing is absolutely horrible and absurd. The not quite cute, the sort of QTE like mouse movements that you have to make to open doors and just interact in general are pretty bad. They're not horrible, but they're pretty damn bad. Because you often have just a tiny little icon that is somehow supposed to tell you what you're doing. But you have no idea, you have no real way to know exactly what that's going to do. Like it might just have an exclamation mark, like move your mouse up, and the icon is an exclamation mark. Like what the hell does that do? You don't know. So you're doing these mouse movements that sometimes replicate the action you're doing, they sometimes don't. And you oftentimes have no idea what the hell you're going to do is actually going to do. You just don't know. It's a horrible control scheme. It's just, ugh. Terrible. And that infects the entire game. Because every single thing you do in the game is either an on-screen Simon Says colorful QTE thing, or it's a mouse movement, or you have to alternate A and D back and forth as like a test of strength. You just mash the keys. It's horrible. It's just really poorly implemented QTEs. Like I've said before, QTEs are not something that I'm against in principle. They can be good. Heavy Rain did them way, way better than they're done here. Heavy Rain is a good example of how to make QTEs actually good, or at least a hell of a lot better. And this game is a good example of how not to do QTEs ever. So that's a major, major problem. Maybe the biggest in this entire game is the whole control scheme. It is bad. It's not just the QTEs, even the camera's bad. The character movement's bad. You have this super complicated camera system where you can switch between cameras, and you can look through the character's eyes, and you can rotate the cameras that you have selected, and it's super awkward. Oftentimes, you have to just cycle through the cameras to get one that's decent for exactly what you're trying to do. It's really bad. It's really bad. It's cumbersome, the character's movements are just messy and laggy and not very responsive, and all the QTEs are terrible. Just the way you control everything is bad. And that's probably the biggest problem, or at least I don't know. That's one of the two biggest problems in this game, is that. The other big one is the story, which as you can see is shit. It starts out pretty good, right? You know, it starts out as like an interesting thriller. You're in the bathroom, you just killed someone. You were just controlled to kill someone, so you didn't even do it. You were forced to do it. That's really interesting. Oh, were the credits over? No, I didn't think so. Yeah, this game has long credits. So, the beginning of the game was interesting. It was pretty good. And then it starts to get kind of eh. And then it gets ugh. And then at the end it just gets, oh my god, this is stupid. Like, the story just goes to hell. Towards the end, it gets really, really bad. Nonsensical, absurd, involving prophecies and oracles and orange and blah 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 clans and secret bases and chroma and a child that whispers the secret to the life, the universe, and everything, and the fate of humanity rests on her shoulders. Just, oh my god. Just, it's like they took a bunch of cliched, random crap. Like, I don't even know, just random, ridiculous, absurd crap, and just like stuck it in a blender and turned it to on. And what you see is the result. So not only is the story just ridiculous, but it also just seems like it's missing stuff. It'd be bad enough if the story was concrete and made sense, but it just involved all those ridiculous, cliched, nonsensical hodgepodge of schlock. Bonus 200! Whatever. What happens now? Back to the menu? Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna keep talking, by the way, but I'm not done. I'm not just going to talk. I'm also going to show you some of the bonus stuff, I think. We'll get into that after. But yeah, it would be bad enough if this game had a sensible story, but simply had all of that ridiculous schlocky stuff. It would still be horrible. But on top of that, it seems like scenes are just missing. Carla gets together with Lucas, after knowing him for all of like 20 seconds, with no scenes in between to establish the relationship actually growing. It's horrible. Nothing makes any sense. It just goes from one thing to the next. It just, oh god. So that's the other major problem. One of the two biggest problems is the horrible controls, and the other big problem is the... oh, fuck off, Atari. And the other big problem is the horrible, horrible story. Which for a game that is supposed to be an interactive... or, I mean, a game that is. For a game that is an interactive drama, and is aiming to be that, the story is everything. Well, not everything, it's half of it, right? Interactive drama. The interactive part, that is the controls and the gameplay and all of that, are horrible. The drama part of that is the story, is horrible. It failed at being interactive in a good way, and it failed at being dramatic in a good way. It is an utter failure at everything it tried to do. I still love it despite that. Well, let me keep going into more stuff I don't like before I get to that. Alright, so controls and the story bad, yep. What else? All of the audio is horribly compressed. You can hear it in everything, from the music to the voices. Which for a game that heavily makes use of voices, obviously, because it's an interactive drama, people are talking all the time. Having good quality audio is very important, and it is horribly compressed. Extremely noticeably compressed. So that's really bad. Makes the whole thing feel cheap. The game's hideous. Yeah, definitely hideous. Even accounting for its age, it's still even hideous. Even though it came out in, I don't even know how long it's been. 7 to 8 years or something. Even for that long, it's still a really ugly game. The animations are, at least in like fight scenes and stuff, are horrible. I mean, when you're just walking around, they're fine. They're good. They used a lot of motion capture, as you can see. And the motion capture often looks pretty good, but in a lot of cases it looks horrible, especially during the fight scenes. Just terrible transitions. The sound effects in the game are really bad in general, like the ridiculous pillow punching sounds. I wonder if I can replicate it here. Let me grab my pillow. Here, let me put this over here. This is what the punching sounds like. It's actually even worse than that. It's even... there's less definition. It's even more of a nonsensical thud sound, just like... it's ridiculous. And the sounds in general are just really bad. Like, they constantly recycled Lucas's screaming sound all the time in ways that just sound absurd. Just everything about the sound was just, ugh. The music for the game is very good. I will say that. It's compressed, but the actual material is very good. Fuck off, Atari. The voice acting is pretty damn good. Not great, but it's pretty good. It's solid. At no point did I ever laugh at horrible voice acting, but also at no point was I particularly impressed. So yeah, it's good. It's good voice acting. Let's see what else. There's got to be more, but I think I've hit on the major stuff at this point. Yeah, I think I've hit on the major stuff. So, what do we have here? Is a... Well, I guess it isn't even a beautiful mess, as I often call it. I guess it's an ugly mess, because the game literally looks ugly, and also it fails at everything it tries to do. But I still love it, because, again, I had never played anything like it when I first played this game. Nothing like it. I didn't even know games could even try to be serious stories. And again, it completely failed at that, but it tried, and I'd never seen games even really try it before. Everything I'd played before I first played this was just like shooters and stuff for the most part. So just to see a game that actually tried to be a story was captivating. It really inspired me, actually. So, yeah, I'm always going to remember this game. I'm always going to love it. But I also kind of hate it, because it's terrible. But it's really fascinating. It seriously is a fascinating game. It's just really interesting just to look at it and just see what they did. Like, I'm amazed this exists. It's so weird that this game exists. It's such a strange hodgepodge of things they threw together, horrible controls, and this story that goes insane, and these ridiculous mini-games. Go away, Atari. I guess that's another major thing that's bad about the game that I forgot to mention. The horrible mini-games, like the keep your breathing under control in the asylum and in the finding the Kirsten case thing. And stuff like that, and yeah. So, one of the things I did like in the game that I genuinely enjoyed playing were the small sections where you just do little, like, human things that don't particularly pertain to the story and aren't particularly important, but things like just playing the guitar, or even just being in the gymnasium, even though that scene was kind of ridiculous and out of place. Even that was fine. Or just like getting a coffee, or getting something to eat. Or sitting down, or turning on the radio, or whatever. It's stuff like that I enjoy even now. There's something really captivating and engaging about that, just doing little human things. It's fascinating. You don't need, like, I connected to the small stuff, like playing the guitar with Lucas in his apartment. Way more. I was way more captivated than that than I was captivated by the ridiculous action scenes. Like, the developers seem to think that you need absurd, huge, like, Matrix-y action fight scenes to keep the audience's attention, but that's not true. You don't need to go to the super action-y. You don't even need action. You can have a simple drama. You just need drama. You just need interesting characters and interesting things to do. And thankfully, David Cage, I think, has realized that. I think he's even said specifically something about that in relation to this game and his early games in general, that he felt like he had to add action scenes in to keep people's attention, because it was a video game. Like, he didn't think just simply having drama was enough. But that he's getting out of that mindset, and you can definitely see that in Heavy Rain. Heavy Rain is way less over the top, although it still is over the top in my opinion, but way less than this. I mean, in Heavy Rain, you don't have a battle between a glowing Orange Clan artificial intelligence and a dead person. You don't have a fight between them floating in midair, punching each other. That is over the top to a ridiculous, absurd degree. So even though I do think Heavy Rain goes over the top with action and stuff like that, it's way more tame than Fahrenheit. So, yeah. Quantic Dream has definitely improved a lot. They improved so much between Fahrenheit and Indigo, and Fahrenheit and Heavy Rain. It's not even funny how much they improved. It is night and day, the difference between the two. It's kind of like, it might even be more dramatic of a change than what you'd see between The Witcher 1 and The Witcher 2. That was a huge change in quality. Between Fahrenheit and Heavy Rain might even be bigger. So yeah, Quantic Dream is a really fascinating company. They come out with games, well, it takes a long time for games to come out from them. But once they do come out, they're always fascinating. Really, really fascinating. It's a shame, by the way, that Heavy Rain, and I believe Beyond Two Souls is also still, neither of those two have, or as far as I know, will come out on PC. I believe they're PlayStation exclusives. That's a real shame. That annoys the hell out of me, because I would so like to play those and do a Let's Play of them, but I can't. I don't own a console, and I'm not gonna buy a console just to play 1 or 2 games, so that sucks. I really hope Quantic Dream starts coming out with their games on PC. I would love that so much. Because their newer stuff is so much better than this. This is, like I said before, this really is like the seed that grew into Heavy Rain in that sort of format. Because the format that they have in Heavy Rain is kind of like a formula that you could apply to pretty much anything. Just like the basic way you control the characters and stuff and interact with things, you could really do almost anything with that. Any kind of a story, pretty much. So yeah, this is the seed. The horrible, rotten seed that grew into Heavy Rain and its ilk. Is ilk even a word? It sounds weird now that I say it. Ilk. That is, yeah, I think I use that correctly. Anyway, okay, on to one more thing. The bonuses. Which are all unlocked, I believe, thanks to the GOG Unlocked save game that I'm running. How does this work? Oh, play Fahrenheit to unlock it. Okay, well, I'm going to need to figure this out. And I will maybe show you some of the bonus stuff. Let me figure it out. I'll be right back. Alright, welcome back. So, this game has a lot of bonus content, and I'm not going to show you all of it, but I will show you some of it and introduce it to you. So you can play through a bunch of sequences from the game, and you can choose whether to actually play them as they were in the game with the QTs and all, or you can just watch them, if you prefer that. Most of these are from the game, but there are a couple that actually are different. Like, there's a ice skate contest, which just uses like recycled assets and stuff for the most part. There's no new audio recordings or anything for it. It's really weird. You can see they totally mashed this up out of elements they already had, and they didn't really do anything extra for it, except possibly maybe they motion captured for it. Even that was probably taken from something already in the game, actually. I'm not really sure. But yeah, there's that, and then there's the gallery, which is just a bunch of artwork and stuff, and then you can view movies, which these are all completely new, not in the main game, and soundtrack and credits. So there's some interesting stuff. There's lots of making-ofs and stuff, but I'm just going to play some of the funny ones, and for some reason the game bugs out after I play it and resets me to having no bonus points and I have to log back into the other profile, so I'm going to cut at the end of every one of these bonus things because I need to log back into the profile. Also, there's a very strange one here. This one, Sam's Dance. It actually takes place on, I believe, the night or the day of Sam and Tyler's anniversary. And in this video, which of course, as you can imagine, would be cut out of the M-rated version, Sam dances to some awesome music on a table and strips. And we're talking full frontal here, by the way. As you can imagine, I'm not going to play that. Yeah, this game has some of the strangest bonus content in a game ever. Really, really strange stuff. As you will see right now. Takio's Hide and Seek. Enjoy! Yes, that totally made sense, didn't it? Actually, I don't even need to cut. I can just show you this. Look, 0, now it's totally broken. 0 points, so I have to go back to options, and you gotta go back to the login screen and log in the GOG bonus unlock one, and then you go back to the bonus content. It's really strange. Alright, where's that? Gallery? Movies? Movies. Here's Fist of Takio. This game really does have very strange bonus content. And I am about to end with one of the strangest. Okay, one of the sequences you can do is the hidden dance floor. So, folks, this is where I'm going to end my commentary. The hidden dance floor will play out the end of this video. It is equal parts funny, strange, and also kind of disturbing. Because of a lot of they use like every single character model they had in the entire game, basically. At least for the main characters, and some of them are kind of terrifying. So, yeah, that is it. Hope everyone enjoyed my playthrough of Fahrenheit and enjoyed this very strange video. The Hidden Dance Floor. Play me out. We're gonna watch it, not play it. Goodbye.